good, kings and queens? I ain't used that phrase in a long time. Today we're watching Black Americans do something the cameras aren't supposed to catch, right? Not speeches, no panels, just real moments where the old story falls apart in real time. 6 clips, 1 clear picture. So let's go and hop into that.
Are you proud to be an American, sir? Are you proud to be an American?
Yes, I am proud to be an American.
Can you tell me why?
God bless America.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. You support our president?
No.
Wait, why?
I do not support Trump.
But why?
He's a Donald Trump.
Are there any policies? Like any policies you don't like? Policies?
I don't know nothing about the policies.
You just don't like them.
Yeah, I don't.
All right.
Yo,
All right.
I Trump, but I with them all because it's like you gonna stand up for something or you gonna fall for anything. Stand up for something, he laying down, laying low. Let that man lay that law. And you gonna fall for it or you gonna go for it. Don't go for it.
Yeah.
Have your own voice. That's just like people just voting because of this and that. Go read. Go read. Go find a Lord of Christ, Trump. Lord of Christ, the gas is too high. Go and find a reason why you don't like it.
Yeah, like he.
Find a reason.
I agree. Well, because when he says he's gonna do something, he does it.
He do it.
He does do it, right?
25% of the time he do.
Yeah, 25%.
But that don't make me hate him. I like to stand up with it. He said some bullshit. He stood up for it. Thank you.
Right.
Thank you. Don't say no bullshit. Don't stand up for it.
Yeah.
He'll stand up guy. I give him that.
All right.
He'll stand up guy. I give him that though.
All right, you guys are cool. You guys are super cool.
All right. God bless America. Peace out.
Yeah, I love that. God bless America.
Well, at least there's the love of the country. I can respect that. I don't even need this. He said, F Donald Trump. Well, he didn't say Donald, but yeah. Then his friend says he actually supported Trump. And then you see the whole energy kind of flip. Not because of a debate, not because of a fact, just because the person standing next to him didn't hate the same way that he did. That's not politics. That's human nature, actually. People will adjust their mouths based on who, is listening, for sure. The same folks who scream, resistance suddenly get quiet when the room shifts. It's real funny how that works, which I tell you is comical. Keep that energy because this next one shows what happens when a situation turns into exhaustion and then that decides to finally speak.
Well, hold on a second. You're a black guy. You might be a big fan of murder because I always hear black guys in music sing about murder. Yeah. Oh, you're a black lady. You might be a slut because I always hear black ladies singing about being sluts. It doesn't mean all. But like you said, if it's what sells, and then at a certain point, white people feel like, well, wait, I'm allowed to say, I don't want that around my kids. I don't want to raise it. That's a bad culture. And then black people go, well, it's our culture. And so then white people now are going, well, if it is, then I guess we kind of need a divorce. That's what black fatigue is.
Yeah, and I don't think
our
that
culture.
I
I'd say that's the subculture.
No, but it is black culture.
That is the mainstream black
that is
culture.
100%.
Yeah, that is true.
Mainstream black culture.
I think that is 100% black culture. Rap, you think about rap, music is like the peak what shows what the culture is. And it is so derogatory, so bad. Like, whenever a rapper makes a song about murdering someone, and it's not like a pretend thing, like they
this is really going
are
on.
really doing it in real life.
Graves,
and then, but we scream Black Lives Matter in the same breath, but then these people are killing and glorifying killing, and that's not a problem, But you're offended if someone makes one joke or says the trigger word,
And it's one thing it's okay. In other words, I get that art, not everything is true. Like Alice Cooper, he'd be decapitated on or Marilyn Manson, or, you listen to metal, I don't think that Ronnie James Dio was slaying an actual dragon. Like, I get it. But when it's all of the biggest hits and the artists and it's continuous and it's thrust, and then you're blamed saying, well, I don't really think that's a good culture to have. It's like, well, then what are you, racist? That's where white people are not going, I guess so if I don't want that blasting.
It's existing. Pumping gas. And suddenly you're the problem. This is the fatigue they pretend just don't exist. Not hatred of race. Fatigue with a behavior that keeps showing up in the same places, same ways. They'll call you every name in the book if you notice it. I'm trying to tell you. But, the body cam, it just doesn't lie. And the people living it every day are the ones tired of pretending. Now, a pastor, Reverend Wells, is about to say the part that gets you canceled the fastest.
I'm so sick of this notion and this lie that black people are not safe around white people. Like, yeah, there are white people that are racist, and I understand the Nolan situation, the horrible And I pray for every day for justice, that if those white kids had anything to do with it, that they are in prison and they go to jail. I don't know if they have anything to do with it. I'm letting the investigation, the private investigation and the police investigation play out to see before I make a determination. But one thing I will say, even if it was those kids, this notion that maybe white people killing black people is like 5% of black deaths. 5%. Maybe not even less than that, probably a 0.3%. Most black people that are dying are black on black crime. And I'm not going to sit here. When I grew up in the inner city of Indianapolis, I grew up right by Chicago, and I'm telling you that a lot of those people from Chicago are moving into Indianapolis, and my mama's called me every day who still lives there saying it's a war zone. Black kids getting shot, getting shot in their car. I know this girl I used to date, her kid got shot in the car. Little baby got killed. They're shooting up funerals. My cousin was at a funeral and it was shot up. I was at the funeral. I've seen, and it was by wasn't by a white person. So this notion that we gotta stop, that I'm not gonna take part in, is this lie, right? Because if we continue to perpetuate this lie, it stops us from being able to change as a community. It stops us from being able to grow and actually learn that we have a lot of issues in our community that we can't blame the white man for. But when we are able to deflect and say it's all the white man, we're not safe, then it takes away from the accountability of our own community to realize that I am more afraid as a black man to be around all black area. For instance, I'll give you an example. Me and my wife went to a black block thing. We just went down there to see what the commotion was. We didn't go to dance or anything, but it was a block thing. I felt by my spirit that this was going to be a shooting that was going to happen. All black people, not one white inside. Within 30 minutes, I got out of there. Within 30 minutes, the whole thing was shot up. Gunshots, bam, 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 by our house. I went to a white thing for a campaign event. All white people partying, young people, not one gunshot. You're more likely to get shot by a black person if you're black than you are a white person, and that's the truth.
So he's tired of hearing how unsafe black people are around white people, when the numbers show the real danger is closer to home. FBI data has said the same thing for decades. Most black homicide victims are killed by black offenders, around 88 to 90% year after year. But certain politicians and media still point the finger outward like the math just doesn't exist, like the math ain't mathing. The pastor isn't hating anybody. He's just refusing to keep line on his own community. And if you ask me, that's leadership. Not the kind that gets you on the evening news. But the next clip is short, but it's clean.
Hey bro, you know what I don't understand? What's up? Why is it that if a white person says to a black person, I don't like you because you're black, it's racist? But if a black person says to a white person, I don't like you because you're white, they say it's not racist? I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. So it's okay for them to not like you because of your skin color, but it's not okay for you to do that to them? Yeah, man, pretty much. It's just odd. How would it be considered racist for one race, but not the other? Yeah, I agree. I think it would just be considered racist all around, wouldn't it? Yeah, because if it's racist for one race, then it's racist for the other race. My thoughts exactly. Good talk. Thanks, bro. Love Young Color. Hey, bro, you know what I don't understand?
Yeah. If skin color is the reason someone doesn't like you, why is it only racist when one side does it? He's not confused. He don't sound confused to me. He's just saying what every honest person already knows. Racism is judging a person by their race, period, no matter who it's coming from. The people who build careers on systemic language suddenly get real quiet when the definition has to work both ways. Who doesn't need a special rule book for different groups? And now we have Brandon Tatum. And he's going to bring the history lesson they never wanted you to hear.
The white man ain't make Shaniqua have 6 baby daddies. The white man didn't tell Latrell to get a stolen gun and go rob another black man. Nobody told you or forced you to start making degenerate music, degrading your own people, glorifying murder and violence. No, the white man didn't the Jew didn't make you do that. You don't love your people enough. You love money more than you love black people, even though you try to act like a black activist that you're willing to take money from Jews to destroy your own community and then blame the Jew for it. They just capitalists. If you stupid enough to hate your own people and they stupid enough to buy the stuff, how you mad at the man that's making money in the middle? How about y'all make the money in the middle? But you too stupid to even make money off of hating your own people. I can't. The white man, racism, Jim Crow, redlining. These people don't even know the truth about redlining. It's just all made up stuff, y'all. I'm gonna give you a statistical data point and you tell me, did you know this? Did you know that 92% of all the people in the red line districts that were disproportionately affected by the consequences of policies associated with redlining were white people? 92% of people that live in red line districts were white. The reason that we're talking about this in the context of blacks is because black people were disproportionately in redlining districts, but they were not the total number. Why don't we talk about the white people that were affected by redlining? Because you are stupid and evil.
Now, 92% of the people living in red line districts were white. That's actually a fact. I was going to say in effect. I don't know what's going on. Yet the story sold for years was that this one policy is the main reason for every gap today. They built an entire industry of guilt and grants on a half-told history. Meanwhile, nobody forced anybody to glorify violence or, pump out music that treats the community like a disposable set. Culture is not destiny, but it is powerful. And pretending the only problem is, what happened 80 years ago keeps people stuck in the same place. Now, this is the last one. I want you to listen very closely to the language, though.
The federal government has time and time again kept its knee on Black Americans and then told us that we need to then pull ourselves up by our bootstraps. For over 400 years, I recognize that this is the 250th anniversary, but we've been here. Over 400 years, this country has stolen Black labor, Black lives, and Black futures. And at every stage, our government has sanctioned it. From slavery to Jim Crow, to redlining, to mass incarceration, to environmental racism, and to economic disenfranchisement. We're still living through those effects today. Attacks on voting rights and representation and Black health and Black wealth and so much more are not only a ghost from a long ago past, but they are very present and ongoing legacy. We see how easily centuries of progress and struggle are undone with a stroke of a pen. The president was able to say that diversity, equity, and inclusion shouldn't be implemented in our institutions. The courts are diminishing Black political power. Black women face insurmountable levels of unemployment and unsafety in childbirth. Black lives and Black futures are and always have been obstructed by white supremacy. As a descendant of my enslaved ancestors, I'm deeply humbled to be the lead sponsor of the Reparations Now resolution. Black folks are owed more than thoughts and prayers or see you laters.
What you say? Black lives and Black futures are constantly under attack by white supremacy? Government sanctioned systematic disenfranchisement? I'm trying to remember everything. She said also we can't celebrate freedom while refusing to confront the systems. Like, that's the official script, right? And everything we just watched, street pressure, real fatigue, crime numbers, double standards, and the redlining correction. This is still the message they push. Same talking points, man. Same external blame, same, refusal to just look inward. They just keep repeating white supremacy forever. You can do that, or you can look at the clips that we just saw and ask yourself which story actually matches the world people are living in. Black Americans are flipping the old script in real time. I'm just saying that. Not because somebody told us to, but because, the old story just stopped making sense. The tables turned. The fatigue spoke. The stats stood. The double standard got called out. The history got corrected. And the old narrative still tried to sell the same product. And I tell y'all all the time, truth, it never, ever needs a permission slip. It just needs people willing to say it out loud. So, if you made it to the end of this video, I want you to drop the word I want you to drop the word level in the comments. Especially if you're done with the old narrative. Now, there's a way that seems right to a man, but its end is the way to death. This is Proverbs 14 and 12. I want y'all to stay sharp, man, and stay honest. Y'all be safe. Go check on somebody today. You can quite literally be saving their life. Peace.